All right, we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Friday Night Wine. My name is Russ.
And Carrie.
And we are the roads we roam. We are in Las Vegas.
Yes, but as we were getting ready and I'm bringing up the moderating, Kate is teasing.
Oh, really? How is she teasing you?
Well, she's all ready for her Friday Night Wine. She has Island Grove Sort of Sweet Blueberry Wine.
Man.
That's my weakness.
That's some good stuff. We may have to circle back to Florida just for that.
I know, because they can't ship it, I guess.
No, yeah.
So we have to get our own people.
You forgot to turn your volume off.
Okay, volume's down now.
So yeah, we're in Vegas. We're here to see some family. We've got my grandmother here, who's 99. My dad is
Spring
here.
chicken.
Yep. My dad is here, and my auntie and a couple of cousins flew in from Hawaii and California.
Not for us.
Not for us, no.
We're not that important.
Yeah,
but we're taking advantage of it. And what better way, living this nomadic type of lifestyle, you can take advantage of those opportunities.
Yeah, before, when family were on these things, it was really difficult for us to get there because of work or what have you. Now we're like, heck yeah, we can do that. We actually had to leave Moab a little early to get down here when everybody was here. But that actually worked out because they got some bad weather up there.
All in between.
Yeah.
Let's kind of take...
Let's do it.
Yes, we're taking attendance.
Okay.
Kate and KV are in the room.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
Taunting me with the Island Grove stuff. Rod is here. Rod, I'm working on that request. I thought it had gone through before, but when we had that bad internet thing, I guess it didn't submit, so I'm redoing it. And he'll know what that means. Hey, Chuck's here.
Hey, Chuck.
Bronson.
Get Bronson.
Yeah, he's in Sedona.
Nice.
Yay.
I got a little bit of Sedona with me here. Look at the dirty hat.
This hat is about ready for...
It used to be white. It's tan now.
It's going in the dumpster soon.
No way.
Ranger Rick is here
from
Colorado.
Rick.
And we've got Lewis.
Hey, Lewis. Good to see you, man. I hope you had a good time visiting family there in Puerto Rico. Man, that looked like fun.
We have Michael and Teresa here.
Hey,
Amanda's
guys.
mom and dad. Hi.
Hey, nice to see you guys. We had a blast hanging out with them, and I guess
they're here. They
Ace
arrived.
and Amanda are here in Vegas now.
Well, I heard from them earlier today that they were supposed to be checking into their place around 3 o'clock. I haven't heard from them since then.
We're going to hook up with them, go out to lunch or something, say hey again.
Eat, Sleep, RV, Repeat.
Hey, guys.
Hey, I was watching your video where you talked about going on a honeymoon. Their honeymoon was going on with a camper, and I think it was a teardrop camper.
Very cool, very cool.
And Jen Goodyear is here.
Hey, Jen, glad you could join us.
She's glad you're feeling better.
I'm feeling much better. Look.
That's not looking, that's listening.
Listen.
Although he's still complaining about the ears.
Yeah, my ears are like, you know, when it feels like there's water in there. But...
and Rosebuds Travels.
Hey, Rosebuds.
We've got a good group in here tonight. It's wonderful Friday night. I don't know. I'm going to put it down for a second. No, that's going to white out. But as it gets a little darker, we're at the Oasis RV Resort in Las Vegas. And there are over 900 spots.
It's a massive
crazy, but they
RV.
have it. It's a well-run machine.
There's a big rally here too. What rally is that? It's the bus rally.
It starts with an M.
Yeah. Oh well,
Monroe.
Yeah, no. We can't waste time on that. We got to go. Sorry, yeah, there's a big rally here, so it was tough to get spots here.
Now Rosebud has asked if we've seen any of their videos, and off the top of my head, I'm horrible. I'm trying to remember.
You know, it's so difficult because
we probably have, because usually anybody that's in the room we typically do, but I'm not recalling one, so maybe throw out something that you've done and then it'll trigger.
I have seen a lot of your Instagram stuff. I believe you guys are they have the Casita, just like Ace and them do. They got the brand new Casita.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love those Casitas. They're like
they're cute.
They're cute, but you cannot. They've got that timeless look. Amanda and I were talking about this the other day. That it's like an Airstream. It's very hard to date them from the outside. So you can have a 2004 or a 2014.
Well, we were out there talking with Matt and Brian, that had that class A, that big 40-footer.
The hotel on wheels.
Yeah, and they were really surprised that Ace and Amanda's Casita was like, I think it's a 2004. They were like, no way. But yeah, no, I think Casita and Airstream, they've got that classic look to them where you can never date them, which is a good thing.
I really love looking at all the if you look at the interiors, you can then age them, but they've done even such a good job on the interior over time that even the retro look is coming back. And I think Amanda ran into someone that saw the little Scamps.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Those are really cute. They're very similar to the Casitas. If you look at those.
The girl's name was Skylar. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, Skylar at Moab.
The best thing about one of those is if you don't know how to back in or park, you just unhitch it and push it.
Move it by hand. You're talking about the Scamp.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
We could not do that with this.
No. You know, a lot of people think too that I'm going to get a smaller trailer because it'll be easier to back, which is not true. Those small trailers are more difficult because there's a lot more response on them. Any mistake you made is a lot more with a smaller trailer. So,
I wanted to say how when we were coming from Moab to Las Vegas, we've lived in Las Vegas. We lived in Las Vegas for
about 9 years, yeah.
And we used to go to and from Denver a lot. We would do that 15 to 70 quite a bit. You see signs for Zion and Bryce and even Arches, never realizing how incredibly close they are. 40 miles from where you were.
Yeah, right off the 15 before. There, you know, and that's a thing too that kind of surprised me. We had gone through 70 by Green River many times. And I mean, hey, you know, some people may love Green River and may think Green River is a beautiful place. And I'm not saying it's an ugly place, but I cannot believe Green River is so close to Moab because Moab is gorgeous and Green River, to me, is just meh.
If you ever get the chance to go to Arches National Park, go there for sunrise.
Oh, man. We got to see right through South Window Arch.
Yeah, it was at the arch where it's called the Windows.
Yeah.
And there were a group, I want to say it was a group of college students with their professor that had gone there. So there were actually quite a bit of people there, but it was magical and it was beautiful and it was a great morning. And I can't wait to go back and explore that area even more.
Yep.
Kent and Gail Elmore are here.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
Oh, so Rosebud said in one of their videos they make a wet and a dry bath.
Or I think they said a wet bath out of a dry bath.
Oh, wet bath. Oh, they make a wet bath a dry bath.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
I'm going to check that one out. Daryl's here.
Hey, Daryl.
Did you do Mesa Arch at sunrise?
No, we were not very familiar. That was our first time. And we were riding with Ace and Amanda. And Ace had picked...
Ace was our travel guide.
Yeah. And he had picked South Window Arches, which was fantastic. We totally enjoyed it, but there are so many arches that you can see. You almost have to go multiple days to see those sunrises. So next time I think we'll try something else. But we actually went over to North Window, which is just on the other side of the rock there, and there was only 2 people there. I kind of wish we would have ventured over there
right when the sun was coming up. So definitely spending more time there next year. I believe the Escapers group is planning that area as an annual thing from now on.
Yeah, this was the second time they did it. And we had to leave early, like I mentioned. We missed our jet boat ride.
We signed up, and we paid a decent amount of money for it too. But we signed up for these jet boat rides down the Colorado River. And the day that they were supposed to take place and the time that they were supposed to take place, it would have been a high of 48 degrees and rain coming down.
Yeah, we decided that was not, we were not going to play that game. Plus, we had to leave early just because of family, and then weather played a little bit into it as well. But no, you know, here's the thing. There are so many things to do in all these places that we go to, and we have a pretty demanding schedule to keep up with. So we tend to, we don't get to see everything the first time around.
So we pick a couple things and we prioritize them.
Yeah.
And then we'll hit those, and then we have our list for the next time we go in the area.
And that's how we like to do things. we don't want to make it so stressful trying to hit everything in that area.
Well, it gets pricey too.
Yeah, and we know we're going to be back next year, or we know we're going to be back in the coming months. So we just take our time and we do what we can when we can.
Now, Daryl mentioned Dead Horse Point. There was an evening social gathering with the Escapers up at Dead Horse Point State Park. They also coordinated daily rides out through, it wasn't Arches, but out through the Moab area.
Yep.
My goodness, that town is like a transplanted Southern California.
Yeah, it has that
beachy,
San Diego feel, but not on the beach.
Yeah, there's just no beach. You've got all the sand dunes and everything that everybody's going, but you see all these Jeeps and
a lot of rentals there too. You can rent Jeeps, you can rent motorcycles, you can rent those dune buggies.
I would be terrified to rent one for fear that I would break something.
I'd rather break somebody else's something than my something, so not a problem.
I would still be absolutely terrified. But there are no bad views in Moab.
Yeah,
if you go there, everywhere you look, it is just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, Moab was gorgeous. Interesting
thing to note, though, where we were boondocking along with the 130 plus other RVs that were there, it's this old abandoned airway strip, but it's open to the public the rest of the time. Now, this group had secured it just for the week that we were there, but anybody else who's going through the area, you can boondock there.
You can boondock there, and I think it's free. I know for us as a group it wasn't free, but I think you can boondock there for free any other time when there's not major events like Escapers. I know several of the Escapers were planning on hanging around.
Mary Beth is here.
Hey, Mary Beth.
She said hi to everyone. And Rod said, first to like, hint, hint, hint. That's a good reminder. So everybody who's in the room, if you can take a quick second, hit that like button. Oh,
yeah,
wait.
We got 10 likes already. We're doing good.
Okay, we're doing well. All right. I wasn't...
But more is good. We have 25 people in the room. 26 now.
Oh, let's see. So this weekend, you said we've got the family.
Yep.
And... we pretty much are leaving it kind of open right now. We don't have any plans. We're booked here at this campground through Tuesday. And then we're going to try to see, depending on the family stuff going on, whether we'll hang out a little bit longer or if
things are brewing. Yeah, we might have to spend a little bit of extra time here with family and that sort of thing.
And Russ is metal detecting.
I'm metal detecting. Hey, this was my old stomping grounds like 5 years ago. There are a couple parks in Boulder City, which... if anybody knows any history about Boulder City, Boulder City has no gambling allowed in Boulder City, and that goes all the way back to the 30s, 1931, when Hoover Dam was under construction. Boulder City was an actual work campground for, or not work campground, but it was a city for the workers. So ever since that city sprung up for the workers on Hoover Dam, there's been no gambling there. It's one of the few areas where you can, when we first moved here many years ago, when I'd walk into the gas station, I was like, something's missing.
Yeah.
What was missing was the slot machines. Yeah. There is no gambling in Boulder City. But anyways, so it goes back to the 30s. I would hunt that park and I would pull all kinds of silver coins and wheat pennies and also some very interesting relics from that time period out there. So I had to go back there and hit it, and
it didn't let you down.
No, which surprised me because I hammered that place 5 years ago, and then when I left I was like, oh, I'm never moving back here, which we haven't moved back, we're just visiting. I told a lot of my friends where to go, and
they probably didn't believe you.
They hammered it. I've seen videos of them hammering it, but there's still stuff out there. I got an old wheat penny, no silver yet, but I'm not done with that place yet either.
We were not here 24 hours yet, and he was already pulling that out.
That's my hobby. That's my love. That's my passion.
It's your passion. So Rosebud's Travels asked, did you get your Wii Boost?
We went to look at it.
Well, we went to Fry's. We asked for it.
But we decided we want to do a little bit more research. It didn't have the exact one that Carrie found that we wanted. So we're holding off now, but rest assured, we will have it before we leave.
So oh, it's going to turn on me. But we went to Fry's, and they had a bunch of them there that were relatively cheap because they were all returns.
Yeah, and the guy was saying they were returned because he was mentioning they weren't boosting data, which is what we need. We don't care about voice. We need data. But on the packages and everything we read, it said that it does boost data, some of them up to 32 times. So, and not data amounts, but data reach, you know, actually being able to connect. So again, we would have if they had the one that Carrie had found before, but they didn't. So,
and with the gentleman telling us, oh, it doesn't do what you want it to do, I was hesitant to spend $400 or $500.
$600 in one case. So yeah, we're gonna do some research, but rest assured we will have that before we leave. It's just something we need.
Oh, and we're getting it before we leave Vegas.
Yeah.
I am not leaving. Even here, they have decent Wi-Fi speeds, but still not as powerful as what we could have.
Yeah.
So, because I think it still takes a while to upload the videos, if I'm not mistaken. It took like an hour yesterday, right?
Yeah, it took a while. They've got 5 gigahertz, which is supposed to be a little bit faster, but the problem is I had a hard time connecting to it, so I had to use
900 other people.
Yeah, there are a lot of people here.
Getting in RV. Hi, guys and pups.
Hey, Mary.
We got Billy over there.
We've got Billy somewhere over here.
And Abby's...
She's over there
Billy's
behind
over
you. Abby's resting on the queen bed over there.
She just heard her name in that one blue eye.
Yeah, Abby or Billy wasn't feeling too good today.
No, she wasn't. She wouldn't eat at all this morning.
Yeah.
And, she
wouldn't drink water really. But so we were kind of a little scared, but we knew that we actually had an appointment for them. When we come into the big cities, we like to get our appointments set so that the dogs can get their checkups. We go through Banfield, and Banfield is at the PetSmart. So there was one here, so we had registered or scheduled appointments. But now Billy is feeling better. She's eating. So that was just kind of a little scare. With Abby, it's not a big deal because she's a bigger dog. But you got these little chihuahuas and stuff.
You worry about their blood sugar levels,
their blood sugar and dehydration. They dehydrate real quick too.
Abby is still getting used to being back on leash.
Yeah. You know, when we were boondocking, we could go off leash with her, and here, the Oasis, what's it called? Resort here. They are really strict when it comes to dogs. I mean, we always have our dogs when we're on in resorts or campgrounds on leash, but like even the grass outside here, dogs are not allowed to use the bathroom on the grass. You have to walk them to one of 2
and
areas.
so you have to hope that they hold it as you run down to the dog.
I'm like, what happens if they can't? I mean, they're dogs, you know, it's gonna happen. But the thing is, with 900 other campers here, and a lot of them have dogs, Abby was like repulsed when I took her in that dog run. She's like, no, there's like pee all over here.
There's too much, if that's such a thing for a dog.
You know, thinking about that. So that's the other thing too. They're pack people in here so much that there are no walkways to get to areas quickly. So in order to
go... The main clubhouse is literally 1 row over.
Yep.
They've got a restaurant there. They've got a pool, jacuzzi, everything.
Take us 10 minutes to walk there, though.
All the way down, around.
Yeah. Thankfully, we have the bathrooms and the showers and the laundry real close to us, and the dog runs are just over there, so we can cut through there.
So quick updates. If you come to Las Vegas, this is down off of Windmill. It's the Oasis RV Resort.
It's really nice.
The prices are comparable to what you spend at a KOA. It's really nice. The showers are fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
When we were traveling through St. George area, when we were coming here, we stayed at the KOA there overnight.
We should have boondocked.
We were going to boondock, but then we said, oh, we've got to get a video up, so let's go there because they should have Wi-Fi. Well, they had it, but it was only for email usage and simple browsing.
Yeah. You know, I saw a message that said, hey, please tell us what campground that is, because nowadays if a campground doesn't have really good Wi-Fi. It's like renting a hotel room with cable, or with a black and white TV, a 13-inch black and white TV or something like that. And I agree with you, that's the way it should be. Unfortunately, the majority of the campgrounds do not have good Wi-Fi, and we've only been to a couple.
Yeah.
What was that one? It was before Tucson. We went to in Arizona there, where we got the RV washed and everything.
Oh yeah.
They had amazing Wi-Fi. Wilcox, Arizona. They have amazing. I'm talking like 5G
checking
stuff.
my brain on that one.
Yeah, that was good. But no, the sad fact is the majority of the campgrounds do not. This one has pretty good Wi-Fi. It's just that there's a lot of people on it, but you can stream video, not a problem.
Well, that's one of the things that RVX, where KOA was a big presence, and they were displaying the campgrounds of the future and all these other things. If the majority of them could just get good Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's huge.
But I will say, this is why I brought it up. It's the St. George Hurricane KOA. Mm-hmm. The most cramped.
Yo, they pack you in there.
I have ever been in. Normally you have like a picnic table and you've got your own little private side before your neighbor. They had the two picnic tables side by side, and the only way...
Not even side by side. They were end to end.
Yeah, they were end to end. And the gentleman that was parked next to us, in order for him to get to his truck, he had walked through basically 1.5 feet in front of our door to get to it, and his truck was parked well into our... area. If we were wider, we could.
If you had slides on opposing sides,
yeah,
you wouldn't be able to open both slides. Unless somebody would be able to open their slide, another person
I had read
wouldn't.
a review that somebody said they actually had to close their slide to let the person that came in be able to hook up their hookups.
Yeah, they packed you.
It's really close.
Now I will say they had very good showers there. They had
the people there
a nice
fantastic.
Pool, nice heated pool. And really the view across the 15 over there with the red mountains and then that really tall mountain that had snow on it. It was gorgeous views in that area.
So getting an RV said those darn huge RV parks can be an adventure to get around. The trick is trying to remember where you are. But the good thing about a Little Guy Max is you can pretty much find it because it sticks out like crazy.
Exactly. You know, and that's when we pulled in here, we had to wait a little bit to get in, and they have a really nice setup over here. We actually sat in front of the registration area for about an hour and a half and got some work done. So, but being the Little Guy Max with the little footprint, I guess, a little space, we were able to just whip a U-turn and come right out. Where you see these big Class A's, they'd have to go all the way down, turn around, and come back. So there are a lot of advantages to having a smaller trailer, but they're also, sometimes they're a little cramped.
Yeah.
I know, like when...
Abby gets Suzumi's.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I was just thinking about that. She got that last night, and it's like, no, and she's like bouncing off the walls.
Stuff flying all over the place.
We had nowhere to take her to just let her run and get that out of her system.
Yeah, especially here, because they're so strict with the dogs.
But Billy, I mean, she could just run up and down, and she's up.
She's a Little Guy Max in dog form.
Well, she was a mini Winnie for a day, too.
That's right, yeah, in Tucson there.
But we had, going back to the Escapers thing, Russ actually went into this not too excited about it.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm one of those things, and I'm one of those guys that when I don't want to go, oh, it's social, I don't want to do it. You know, I mean, that's my immediately knee-jerk thing. Well, really, to be 100% honest, immediately I'm like, yeah, that sounds cool. And then when I get to think about it a little bit more, I get to, no, I don't want to do it. And then I get there and I'm like, wow, that was a lot of fun. And it's just from my old law enforcement days. I start thinking there's more people there, but ran into some really cool people right off the bat, Scott and Carol, and that really cool 1970s or 60s Class B.
The rig was so cool.
Oh, man. I know Amanda liked that one, too. She was all over that. But it was really cool. The thing I like about it is that there were a lot of people our age and even people younger, people older as well, but it wasn't as structured, that's a good word for it, as Escapees was. It's like, hey, go do this or don't go do that. you know?
Yep, they would put out, they give you a calendar of things that they have scheduled already, but then you can also, they follow their Facebook message board, and people would just throw things together. Hey, we're all going here. Anybody want to join in? Or I've got an extra room in my car. You can come in for that. And if you don't want to do it, it's not a big deal. And if you want to do it, it's great. And so it takes the pressure off of feeling like you need to be on.
Yeah.
The whole time. You can just sit in front of your trailer, and as people are walking by, they'll come in and stop, and then conversations just happen.
I wanted to address this real quick because I can read it on the screen. I know Kate and KV are leaving, and thank you guys so much for joining us.
And thank you for catching us on the time.
Yeah, guys, if it wasn't for Kate and KV, we would have been an hour late because I scheduled it. They texted us and said, you're doing this an hour later? And we're like, oh, we've got 7 minutes, not an hour and 7 minutes. I was actually on my way out to take a shower real quick. So we can all thank Kate and KV for making sure that the roads we roam were on schedule with the Friday Night Wine.
Camper Time Lapse said hello.
Hey,
Camper Time Lapse.
Glad you're joining us.
And getting an RV, just about purchased an LGM today.
Awesome.
It was at a dealership, but it was sold and not off inventory. Aww. It was the walnut interior that we like. You know, that I like how they do offer that option. I wish they offered a couple more options, like if you could pick different fabric for your cushions. Kate and KV just recently had theirs reupholstered, and I asked them for pictures.
It looks nice. I like what they did with
It's like a denim color with a little gray interwoven, and you won't stick to the seats if you get hot and sweaty, which is nice. So KV is saying, night y'all, glad all is well, enjoy your family. We will try, and we will talk to you later, I'm sure. Getting an RV, did you get to do any off-roading while at Moab?
No, there was a couple of opportunities to do that. We didn't go down there and do it. It's, again,
I'm not allowed.
We had a lot of, why aren't you allowed?
Because
she freaks out. You get on a boat dock that just whoa, 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 whoa. So
yeah, I would be backseat driving the whole time. They'd kick me out.
Yeah.
You know, they'd
walk, woman.
So it's probably better that I did not go, because I would make enemies instead of friends.
And I had video editing to do, so we didn't get to do that.
Adventures in Dirt is here.
Hey DK, glad you joined us.
Hey there, gang. Good to see you. Good to see you too. Russ talked about earlier, you missed. He got out and did some hunting today.
Did some digging today. Yep, and yesterday.
Yeah, he made a whole $4.50 in one part.
Well, that's the new part.
But I needed quarters, so I
found this. Yeah, a lot of laundry can be done with that. I found this park a long time ago, back when I was a dealer. I was a metal detector dealer, and I would go up there because it was close to the house and test the machines out, and all of a sudden I realized, my goodness, it was not uncommon to dig more than $5 in quarters from there. I'm not, and really I don't care about the new stuff, but $5 in quarters in a half an hour will pay for machines.
When you are full-time RVing, quarters are gold, so I was very happy. It's like, go back out and
yeah,
get some
she's
more.
Like, yay, I can do, that's a whole load of laundry.
Well, I hate having to go in and ask places, and you have all these laundry rooms, and they typically don't have change machines there, so then you have to trek back to a front desk. The one thing I did not like when we were in Phoenix, went to a laundromat, they did not let you put money in. You had to go over to this machine and preload a card.
Yeah.
And then whatever money was remaining on the card after, this is where they get you. They will not refund more than $5.
Yeah, so the roads we roam
donated like $11 to somebody. I just left the card with the main office instead if someone needs it to take it. But
and we actually got an email back from the guy that they gave the card to, and thanking us.
That was nice.
So yeah, it's nice to be able to donate.
Sunset Seeker says hello from East Texas.
Hey guys, how's it going in East Texas?
Is it getting humid yet? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
What time of year does it typically start getting humid in East Texas?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's always dry in West Texas.
Yeah, it's never humid in West Texas.
And Adventures in Dirt, or DK said, getting rich really slowly.
Yeah, I saw that. Definitely. That's a good explanation of it.
Well, it's that delayed gratification. You're working towards it. And just when you get enough that you can justify the cost of your metal detector, then you want to get another one. Every
time I've gone over and dug in England, I'm like, come on, big hoard, big hoard. hundreds of thousands of pounds. I want to get rich quick. Never happens.
We can find the Forrest Fenn treasure.
The Forrest Fenn treasure. Yeah, we were in the area in New Mexico.
Or maybe somebody's found it and they just won't share it.
Well, there's an old saying in treasure hunting: you can have fame or fortune, but never
What's
both.
really cool is Russ actually interviewed Forrest Fenn.
I did. I talked to him.
It was amazing. He actually got him on the phone and did.
Well, back then I was doing a lot of writing for Gold Prospector magazine, so yeah, it was neat. I tried to get. Come on, Forrest. You know, give me a little inside info. He wouldn't give me anything.
If Good Morning America couldn't get it off, I don't think you could.
Yeah, you're right. You're
either. Sunset Seeker says it's still nice and cool here. The humidity starts around the end of May.
Good to know.
So we won't go through there during that time. Otherwise, my hair will really be frizzed out.
It's nice here in Vegas. It's probably...
This is probably the best time of year to come.
Yeah.
April through mid-May. April's a really weird month for Vegas.
Yeah, it could be either or.
Yeah, you can have in the 80s and 50s in the evening, or it can be high of 50s and lower. It's just hit or miss, but the majority of them is really good. And we were talking about this yesterday. I like it because you get a lot of the green. Whereas if you get in the October, November time period where the temperatures are similar, but you're at the end of summer, a lot of it is brown because everything kind of died out. You
know, and just thinking about Vegas here, we have several friends that are here. Ace, Amanda, Corey, and Daniel are heading this way. And then a lot of friends who have spent a lot of time here too. And they always, hey, hit the strip or do this down on the strip. And Carrie and I, having lived here so many years, we just want nothing to do with the strip. I mean, nothing. When family would come here, we're like, hey, you don't want to go to the strip, do you? And they're like, yeah. So it's kind of difficult because, and I get it. When we first got here, we were down there.
We would take staycation. We would take them to the Luxor.
But now I really do not. Oh.
He saw traffic for like a millisecond and he's upset.
Well, you know, the strip to me just seems, unless you're inside like the Bellagio or inside the Palazzo or something like that, it just seems.
I need to ask Mary Beth if you have a cat or a dog that walks across the keyboard. Because I have Billy do that a lot, but she retracted it, but it had like a plus and like 5 different things. Either that or Mary's had way too much wine this evening.
I've done that where I've done that where I've been watching a video and then kind of fell asleep and plus why oh probably, but it's probably a cat or a dog because we're way too excited to fall asleep.
Tries to read Kindle or his book when we get ready to go to bed at night, and that's how he puts himself to sleep. He'll read until like some sort of like protective mask or something like that.
I just have to read paperbacks from now on, I think.
Audible. I've done that a couple nights, and it doesn't bother you because you've never said anything was bothering you, but I'll put the earphones in and I just listen. The only bad thing is...
Yeah, you can't stop it.
Well, you can set a timer. So at the very least, if you fall asleep and you forget where you fell asleep at, you know it only went for 30 minutes. You can backtrack. Hey, Dave's here.
What? We haven't seen Dave for a long time. Glad you could join us, Dave. He's out there enjoying that tab. They just brought a tab.
So where did they go?
I don't know. I heard from Lynn that they had a lot of snow or something. That I can't remember. I think they did a little camp out in a driveway or something like that. I can't remember 100%, but you know that they're getting excited to get out and go.
Okay, so who is going on a camping trip this weekend, and who is stuck some of the bad snow weather from that latest storm system that went through?
Oh yeah, crazy storm
Try to get an idea of what everybody's up to this weekend. He said that they're mooch docking right now in their driveway.
Nice.
Hey, you got to practice it. We did that. Actually, I couldn't wait to hit the road, and Russ would just come home from work sometimes at lunch.
Yeah.
I'd be in the trailer. I had to get used to the environment, not realizing, yeah, you're going to be spending a lot of time, and don't worry about it.
I'd come home from work for lunch, and Carrie'd be in here with her computer working away. So
I had to test it out and see how well it worked.
Yeah.
But now thinking, wow, I had space to spread out with a big island in the kitchen, and I was in here.
Big old desk. Those are things you miss a little bit.
Desk.
Yeah, oh man, it's sometimes that's the hardest part about living in a smaller trailer like this. Weekending or 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time, not a problem. But when you're constantly having to go from work to dinner to dog bed, because this place is not those all the time. Like in a bigger house or in a bigger rig,
you have dedicated
you have a dedicated workspace, you have a dedicated eating place, you have a dedicated dog bed. And here, no. If I'm working and lunch is ready, guess what? All the work stuff has to go away. Every time we have to set this up for Abby, every time we wake up and work, we have to set. So that's one of the tougher things about living in here is just having to make this space. Because this front, what is this? 4 foot?
Yeah, I don't
is our main area of. You know, I know you work a lot on the bed because I'm working over here.
That's it. For the majority of people, I don't think the work thing would be too much of an issue for me. My laptop is small, portable, it has a great battery, so I maneuver around anywhere. I find a corner, I'm good. His is just this massive thing that loses its battery within 45 minutes. And so he's got all these wires and mouse pads and all this other equipment that he does with the external hard drive.
Hey, real quick, because I don't want to forget this. This reminds me, Karen Ruckman messaged us about a problem she's having with her battery. And, you know, I wanted to say real quick that I know Corey and Daniel had the same issue with theirs. And what it was is, and they just explained it to us real quick. And I'm going to talk to Corey and Daniel. I've got their number. I will call them, Karen. And they had a number 10 fuse go out inside their fuse box area. But also, they had a little, one of the wires wasn't secured all the way. So I think it was making intermittent connection. And they were having the same thing. As soon as they turn on something with power, the battery would drain real quick. Once they did that, once they replaced that that number 10 fuse and tighten that screw, they have had no problems.
So
Karen,
try that, Karen.
Yeah, I'll take some pictures and I'll talk to Daniel and get a good understanding of what's going on. Carrie and I can talk you through it. But that may solve your problem, may not, but it may. It sounds a lot like what she was experiencing.
I'm going to get caught up here because I asked people what they were doing, so I've got some updates here.
Good.
So Dave and Lynn they're booked in 2 weeks for a camping trip.
Nice.
Ranger Rick, my first camp trip is the first weekend of May. Everybody's getting ready.
Yes.
Mary Beth de-winterizing their LGM this weekend, camping next weekend.
We did a video on that. Check that out.
All these campers on the road. Get Bronson, I'm in Sedona for the weekend, then headed to the Grand Canyon.
Nice. Yeah, we were watching your video.
Don't take a selfie and fall off the edge. You be careful.
Yeah, Carrie.
I've decided you are my RV son.
Yes.
That's how it is. Deal with it.
We really like your videos. You've got an old soul there, and we were watching that stuff, man. And you've got a fantastic trip coming up, and I hope you have a blast. I'm glad you're in Sedona. I'm glad we listened to you and went to Sedona because it was gorgeous there.
I'm still cleaning all the dirt off of everything, though. Adventures in Dirt just had our second bomb cyclone snow in April.
That's what we're talking about. It's crazy.
I love it. Mary Beth is driveway camping tonight.
Nice. We did that as well.
Lewis said not camping but roaming in New York from Sunday to Wednesday. Need to make the bucks. Oh, well.
Lewis, you're a busy man.
Yeah. Where was he? In Portugal?
Puerto Rico. Portugal. Yeah.
It started with a P. I was close.
If you get to Portugal, take me with you, Lewis. I'm sure I can be of use somehow.
How?
I don't know. I'll figure a way out.
You can go metal detecting at all the corners.
Yeah, or video stuff. Who knows?
So, Get Broad said, I'm honored. I've been calling you my road parents in my head. Yay!
Wow, very cool.
We'll have to introduce you to our son, Brett, at some point.
I think those two would get along well.
He could just let you know how crazy we can be sometimes. Okay, you won't like the intro to my next video if you're scared about me falling off the edge of cliffs.
Yeah, Carrie will flip.
Drive me nuts. Okay, Lewis said He'll keep you in mind if he
awesome.
goes to work.
Yes, keep me in mind.
Hey, Haas is here.
Hey, man, glad you could join us.
Running late, he said hello to Russ, Carrie, and the road crew.
Definitely.
Everybody that's
there it
here.
is. Hashtag definitely. That may have been the first time I said definitely the whole.
Yeah, I worked it in once or twice to see if I could like.
I may have said it 20 times. Who knows?
I found that without planning on it, I've been saying it more, or as I say it, it sticks out more in my head. It's kind of like when you get a new car and then suddenly you're on the street.
You start seeing a bunch of those on the road.
It's now that I'm thinking of that word, every time I hear that word, it's like, am I overusing it?
We haven't seen a lot of LGMs on the road though. No, we've seen one. We've seen, yeah, just one.
So here's my thought on that. I think the vast majority of LGM owners are weekend campers and summertime campers, so they're all still sleeping. And they're all still napping and in their little storage units. And hopefully, I expect to see a lot more.
Well, on the Little Guy Max Facebook pages, a lot of people are starting to pull them out now and get ready to get going. So we might see some more on the road.
Judy Payne just got here. Hi,
hey, Judy.
Welcome. What did she just send a message for? I saw her message.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
There's something, your name stuck in my head for some reason. Daryl said, not camping, but heading to the Smokies on the 20th for a week of shooting. What kind of shooting?
Nice.
Target shooting?
Probably. Target shooting, hunting. I don't know. It's not really hunting season.
I'm curious.
For much of anything
I want to know. Now, I'm living vicariously through everybody else now, too. Well, you know, it is funny, though. After we heard a lot of people kind of tell us that when you start boondocking, it's addicting. And I don't know what it is, maybe just that extra space or just being able to pick just that right view that you want, but I miss it.
Yeah.
There are benefits to being at a campground, and I hate paying for it, but I much prefer boondocking now.
There's something about being able to set up and just have nobody else around you, or if you have people around you, people you choose to be around with, like Ace and Amanda, Corey and Daniel. But yeah, there's something neat when you're just out there and there's no other sounds but maybe coyotes or something like that. I enjoy boondocking.
When we were in Marana, Arizona, those coyotes would get so close every night. And
I started to think, no, those aren't coyotes. That's a ancient band of Apache that are still living in the wild and communicating. They're going to attack us or something.
Welcome to my world. His brain does this a lot. Chris Hansen said he's never seen an LGM in the wild.
Yeah, we hadn't either.
We've seen two.
And they were actually the same person both times.
No. We saw Corey and Amanda, and they are not Corey and Corey
you know something I don't know?
Okay, we saw Corey and Daniel at the Tampa RV show, yes, and then we saw them in Sedona. But there was that LGM going the opposite direction of the Escapade.
Okay, you're right. So we've seen
I'm always right.
3, but 2 of them were Corey and Daniel.
Yes. Or Corey and Amanda were traveling together and we didn't know about it. Daryl said shooting photography. That's right, because you had even sent the message about photography. So I'm working my way through my manual. And I've taken the camera out a couple times, just practicing.
Shot some good photos, especially out at Arches. Those were real nice photos.
Yeah, I'll be working on those. And then you said there's a program, what, Lightroom?
Lightroom? Yeah, I use Photoshop, but Photoshop is more for manipulation. All you want to do is do some adjustments. So I think Lightroom will be real well for you. I'm
still doing a lot on autofocus, but I did play around at Arches a little bit with the manual focus to try to get, you know, the things. It's called,
depth of field.
Yeah, that. I've been working on that.
Close up, crystal clear close up, but fuzzy in the back.
Okay, Judy, just refresh. Thank you, Judy, because I was going to have to look this up after. She said she'd asked questions about the inverter and dumping the tanks, and we answered her questions.
Okay. I did a video here recently. Somebody had asked about what we do when we pull into a campsite. I've got that video about 90% done. I just have to shoot an intro and exit, and then we'll be getting that up. But it's pretty detailed about how we set up our Little Guy Max at a campsite.
Yeah, that was one of the more daunting things as newbies for us, the very first time going to a campground, what to expect. And it sounds like the vast majority of people in this room are already up to speed on that.
But there are some people, because somebody had asked me to shoot them.
Exactly. And it's just that peace of mind. And one of the comforting things is they are all pretty much the same. Once you get this down and you have a rough idea of what to do, they're all pretty much the same setups. So you just go through the same process. And it does get easier. Man, the first time we did it, took forever.
Oh yeah.
We were overthinking. I had my little list, had to check down things.
We can get set up now in about 20 minutes.
Jim Carroll is, let's see. Nope, they didn't bump up yet. He said 27 watching, only 21 likes. If you haven't already, hit that like button.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim. And, oh, Randy's here. She said,
Randy.
Sorry late to the party. And how is Russ feeling?
I feel well.
Which means Carrie is happy.
Yeah. I can't believe you didn't get sick inside here.
I know.
I was sneezing and coughing and lying right next to you in that bed there. I was like, oh man, she's going to get sick.
Taking my vitamin C, I had oranges as snacks every day. Chicken soup, whatever I could do.
Like I said, I can't believe you didn't get sick.
Actually, I'm surprised I didn't either. I was very happy about that. Either that or it's got like a 2 or 3 week delay, and so if I suddenly get sick,
period.
blame him.
Yeah.
So Judy asked, what kind of camera did I get? So I got one probably way more than what I would have gotten if I had gone shopping for myself.
Yeah.
So Russ said, I got this, I'll take care of it. He went to the store, came back, and you got me the T7i, the Canon T7i.
Yeah. Good intermediate camera.
And then I've got a 2 lenses with it, and then already now I'm starting to look at other lenses that I can add.
We went in, I said, this is the lens you need, because I was trying to talk her into getting a better zoom lens. She saw the price, she goes, nope, don't need that.
Not yet. I think probably once I get comfortable, I think right now I would feel guilty purchasing or investing that type of money into a lens when I really don't even know how to use things correctly. So getting all the accessories right now would be a little...
I get it.
A little too much. It would just sit there or I'd be using it wrong. Daryl said Lightroom is great for raw images.
Yeah, definitely. Raw is always a good, if you know what you're doing and you go in with for post edit, raw is good because it's flat and it takes adjustment real well.
We get to go see so many cool things. Photography has been something I've always wanted to do, and just it seems a shame to not take advantage of all these cool places and just kind of not only capture those memories, but we're actually making extra ones because we will trek out to some place just so we can go get a photo, which we probably wouldn't have gone to that location if we didn't have that as an objective. So
yeah, no, it's been a hobby that you've been interested in for a long time, and right now it's very useful for what we're doing. So I think it was a good buy.
Jim said, "Nice camera." That's the one he's getting. I like it. I've never really had a good camera before, and it seems to be very user-friendly so far. I'm just at the beginning of learning it, but I'm happy with it. Drum & Detect. Hey, guys. Now, that sounds like a metal detecting.
That sounds like a metal detecting name there. Crossover from RB's Adventures. Thank you for our RB's Variety channel, RB's Adventure. I don't know where that came from. Thanks for coming on over and saying hey.
Because we were talking about adventures, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I know, I'm helping you here. Jim said, let me know how you like it. I will. I definitely will. See, I got them definitely in there. We should drink. Oh.
Yeah, you took
I thought for a second that no, your drink was empty.
I know.
I learned something new the other day. I'm not.
Come on, this has been for years now.
I thought it was the bottles, so I didn't know it was the cans.
Yeah.
But I learned something new this week, which, okay, apparently I am the only person that did not know this. But when this is cold, those little mountains turn blue. And when it's not, they go away.
Yep.
So, Russ was educating me. I don't drink beer, okay?
That's cool filtered technology there for you.
Judy says, I have a Nikon, but my daughter borrowed it. You'll enjoy your camera.
Oh, yeah. We've been there, done that.
Yeah, our children have borrowed many things that we've just never seen again. You know as a parent that once it's gone there, you just won't get it back. Drum & Detect, right on. Yep.
Yeah.
It was a good one. Okay. I've got this on my calendar, Daryl, and for everybody else out there, especially for photography. It's called the Festival of the Cranes in November at the Basque del Apache. Canon has a display. They loan lenses and cameras for free.
What?
Try it before you buy it. I did not know that.
Very
so
cool.
Thank you. That's really good. That's, yeah, so if I don't have my other lens by then, maybe they'll let you.
Not me, let you.
They probably got to like lock you into this area so you don't walk away with something. Jim said, I started drinking already, didn't wait for the keyword. Well, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, don't worry. He's been saying it throughout the show.
I've been drinking mine. I already drank mine. If I'm thinking about leaving camera for a second to grab another one out of the fridge.
I can grab it for you, but I might bump into the...
I think I'm in a better way here. All right, guys, you're gonna have to hold the fort down here.
All right, well, I have stuff to read. Drum and Detect, love photogging, as I call it. My daughter went to college for that stuff, so we used to go out shooting together, and I still have my Minolta. See, that's what I would love. I should go back to school and take those, but since we're on the road, Russ had talked about Udemy, and there's a couple other classes.
There's a lot of great online sources.
But yeah, you had like insider info, and if you were helping pay for her college education, or even if you weren't, you got that benefit. She learns and she comes back and teaches you, and you didn't have to pay for it. That's smart.
Yeah.
Can I send Brett back to school?
No.
Okay.
Too expensive.
Judy says, what's yours is theirs and what's theirs is yours.
Yeah.
Wait. No, wait. What's yours is theirs and what's theirs is theirs. Double standard. Totally. Yes, parents totally understand that. And Drum and Detect says, yes, my brother rents the Canon stuff for big shows.
Oh, very good.
Big ships, little boats.
Yeah, he's talking to Jim Carroll. Jim's saying Jim Beam and Miller Lite, are you drinking those together? I mean, like a mix? That'd be...
Oh, yeah. Either that or those are your favorites.
Gotcha. Well,
no, actually, maybe that's what he's drinking.
Yeah, maybe he'll chime in. He'll tell us.
Oh, and now we're connecting people. Look, Drum and Detect said to Judy, "Are we
Shots
related?"
and beer. Gotcha.
Judy and Drum and Detect, they're both. Their last name is both Payne.
Payne. Very
so maybe they're long lost relatives and they've been connected from the roads we roam.
Well,
how cool would that be?
Natman Allen jumped on once and said, "Hey, we're cousins." I was like, "What?" And what he meant was everybody who's from Hawaii are cousins. So I thought we were. I'm like, you don't look familiar, but.
So Randy said, "Are we celebrating video number 100?" No, we were like up to 180, but I know what you're talking about.
Vlog, yeah.
Vlog. So our Friday night lives are not our vlog. So Monday will be our special 100th vlog episode, which will be very cool. So thank you for bringing
100th
that up,
vlog since November. I think we just started.
We started
doing
the
those.
first week in November, as well as these live streams.
Yeah.
This crazy everyday.
How many videos? 180?
Yeah, we're over that.
Yeah. Wow.
I know. That's a lot of uploading, and we've only missed a few days. Like this week, we missed that one day because of that horrific campground.
And we missed, what was it? Sunday coffee.
Well, Sunday we were ready. We were there, and it just
Well, it's the same thing. It was connectivity.
Yeah, it was.
That's why we missed the other video too.
We were there. We tried logging on for like 4 or 5 minutes straight, and it just kept doing the circle thing.
Yeah, we were like, we're not going to do that because we did that once before when we were driving.
My Sunday didn't feel the same. I felt like we were kind of missing something all day. You know
how
we
totally
normally
are.
Do something?
Yeah.
And
yeah, I mean, when you have tonight like 20-some friends in the room, or other nights when you have 40-some other friends, it really, you get to hear from a lot of different people, so it opens your day up.
And I love it when y'all share, you're going camping, or you just got your LGM, or your tab, or whatever you're getting. It's just an exciting time for us, and I'm excited for you as you're going through things.
I just saw that come up. Scott, there.
Yep, Scott Elder.
Yeah, Freedom Handles in the house. So I think this is Scott who does Freedom Handles. He's good friends with Corey and Daniel. Remember, I was talking about ordering those Air Force colors ones.
We're going to be getting some of those. Do you have the info?
I did, and I forgot to give them to you.
Okay.
Because he said they gave us an email where we can order them. I've got it. I will get it to you.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Scott.
So
Sorry.
just know if it doesn't come to me, it doesn't get ordered.
Yeah.
That's
I
just how
dropped
it
the
is.
ball, Scott. We're getting those because really, Carrie's Air Force, I'm Air Force. That's how we met. Our daughter's Air Force. My dad is Air Force. And my grandfather, who's no longer with us, was Army Air Corps. So we have, what, 4 generations of Air Force. Aim high, baby.
That's right. Let's see. We've got, did you miss your team getting an RV? And I think that, yeah, our road crew team, we missed everybody on Sunday.
Yeah, it was
Mary Beth says she has to go walk her dog. So we're
all right,
gonna
Mary
say
Beth, thanks for
goodnight.
joining us.
And Scott said, yes, that's them.
Yep.
So we will put a link after the show with the information for there. So everybody else, if you're...
Not only do they have Freedom handles, but they have the, oh, what is it? We won a sticker from them before we even knew Corey and them.
Oh, the dog.
Yeah, Never RV Alone. Something dog owners, dedicated dog. I cannot remember. Let's see. He says dog is good. Scott, let us know what that other... and Scott and his wife are going full-time if they're not full-time already. And they've got some great stuff
The one time
there.
your computer is not out. Russ is not a big sticker person. And he has one sticker on his computer, and it's that sticker.
Yep.
And that was well before we even knew that there
I
was
don't put stickers on my computer, but I did with that one.
And he was so happy that he won it. I mean, that was the one thing.
Dog is good clothing. There we go.
I love dogs. They're
Yeah.
so cute. But, no, do we have a time check?
Yeah, it's 56 minutes right now.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I saw that earlier, and I just wanted to make sure I knew where we were.
Yep.
But yes, the handles, I will definitely order those.
Yeah, because we have two nice big Arctic cups that will go over real well.
We bought some really cheap plastic ones at Walmart, and they fit
The handles?
only if you're holding
the handles, yeah.
the handles that you slide through, but they don't stand there snugly. So as soon as you put your cup down, it falls down.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. It just kind of hangs there, and it's floppy.
And to be able to sport Air Force colors would be great too.
Oh, Scott said they're full time now, and they're Grand Design.
Oh, nice.
They
We're parked right
boom.
next to a Grand Design right here. Nice unit.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, they're really nice. You've got a really nice unit. Although, it still doesn't look as sharp as having us be right next to Corey and Daniel. Those
yeah.
two little guys.
That was sweet.
And really, where we were in Sedona, that one little loop, the fact that we had Ace and Amanda say, if we had bigger rigs, you probably couldn't. But because there were 3 small rigs, we were all 3 able to fit up in there. And we had a lot of good times there. I'm just reading. Scott said you guys rock. Little
Thank
guys
you,
are
Scott.
awesome. Yes, they are awesome. But you have a lot more room. So if we are camping and it gets cold out,
We're going to come play cards on your
party
rig.
there. Because that was the only thing with our 3 rigs. No rig was big enough to hold the 6 of us.
Yeah. So we just sat outside around the fire.
That's why there's big fire, so we could all just maintain our body heat.
And yes, Judy, we do follow KYD.
Okay, speaking of that, so we were looking at our trip to Alaska, and I got the Milepost book that had been recommended to me. And what's really great is, in the beginning of it, they show 3 or 4 different recommended routes to get up there, and then a return trip back, so that way you're not backtracking and seeing the same things over again, which I thought was very cool.
Yeah.
But a lot of them have you driving up one way and then taking the ferry back, or taking the ferry
Negative, Ghost
and driving
Rider.
back. So we considered that. And I looked into it. We were thinking of driving up one and then taking the ferry back. And I sent for the cheaper ferry compared to some of the other ones. The cheaper ferry without a cabin room, just the fare ride itself, $5,799.
And we are kind of small.
We're tiny. And so that's why I bring this up, because I remember watching KYD on their trip, and they have a pretty big rig. So if it was like $6,000 for us, I can't imagine how much it would have cost for them to do
We're
that.
driving.
We're driving.
We'll take the long way. Thank you very much.
Maybe we'll just look to the right as we're driving up, and then we'll look at the other side of the road when we come back. That way we still have...
gee, I've never seen that. Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's it. That's how we can milk it a little bit. So on your way up, you can just see one
Just
way.
look to the right.
Exactly. Well, we kind of ran into that when we were driving from Flagstaff up to Moab.
Yeah.
All the good stuff was out your window, and I really couldn't get a good view.
Carrie's like, we're turning around, heading back down so I can see all that cool
I can't wait till
stuff.
we come back this way to look. So, Drum and Detect, what's a good camper to get cheap? It depends on the size that you want. Yeah, I mean, a lot of different things.
A lot of people are buying the R-Pods.
Yeah.
They've got slides. I mean, brand new. You can get into one of those with a slide, about a 18-foot for about 15 to 17,000.
Springdales, if you want a little bit more
good,
room. The Springdales, I think we were looking at, they were like 13,000.
Yeah.
And they were like 20 feet long.
Yeah. There's a lot of decent ones out there. You know, it just kind of depends on what you want. You know, if you start looking at like Four Seasons where you can camp out in the cold weather, that's getting a little bit expensive. But Randy does it in her Little Guy Max, which is not a Four Seasons thing.
So Haas, I agree with you. He said you can cover a lot of ground for 5,000. Yeah, that's our motivation. That's
we're covering the ground.
Too expensive that we will go the land way.
So we just went over an hour, and again, we do not want to take up too much of your time, guys. So we are going to cut it off. But before we do, if there's anybody with some last-minute questions, comments, send them to us, and we'll definitely answer them.
Judy says, going back to KYD, they just spent 6 weeks in New Zealand. Lottery? Yeah. Well,
I heard somewhere that they're making 6 figures off of YouTube.
YouTube, but then Patreon too.
Patreon.
For a lot of that stuff. So they're not hurting at all. And so Drum and Detect pop-up. Yep. Oh, you saw that already. Yep. And I don't have a truck to pull a big rig. So yeah, definitely you look at those 3,000.
There's a MyPod that Liberty Outdoors makes. Motorcycles can tow those.
Yeah, motorcycles can tow the MyPod, but if you want something kind of similar to this, but still tow it with really any car, the Mini-Max.
Yeah, the Mini-Max.
The Mini-Max is good too.
You can tow that with a car.
Scott said, I saw a teardrop with a roof that lifts up. Alto.
Alto.
Check that out. It's made in Canada.
Guess what,
though? We actually saw one the other day. It's like 50, 60 grand.
Yeah, and there's a waiting period on those for like years.
I'm right with you, Iron Actual, and this is funny because he said, I'm fixated on the Black Series, the HQ15.
We saw one.
Yes. They were at Moab with us. They were interested in Little Guy. They actually came over to us and walked inside.
We were just kidding. We said, we'll trade you. And they're like, maybe.
Yeah, apparently they've had quality issues with it, with being just...
They had one of the very first ones that came out. So the Black Series HQ15, they have addressed that. But I guess early on there were a lot of quality issues with them.
Yeah, but it's really cool. I still love it. When you get up close to it, that's beefy.
You got good taste,
it's
brother.
Really good.
Yep.
Getting an RV and Jim both saying good night.
All right, good night.
Judy says Mark is talented. Yes, he is. Chuck says, see you guys. Have a good night. No going near the ledges. Drum and Detect, cool. Thanks.
Hey, Chuck. theroadsweroam.com. Please get a hold of us. Give us you can contact us through our contact page. Give us your email or something. We'd love to stay in contact with you if you have any questions, or if we have any questions or anything like that. We would love to have contact with you.
And Haas is letting us know he's available for adoption. So yes, Alto, everybody. So we are going to wrap up. Everybody's saying their so long farewells.
There's one last comment here I just saw come across.
Good night, guys. Oh, talk to you soon.
Dream Fury. Good night, guys. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us.
And Rod said, I'm driving to Rochester tomorrow to snow. Really? Yeah, we're in Vegas. There's no snow here. You're going the wrong way. So,
all right,
everyone.
Daniel Jones said good night. Chris Hansen said good night. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back on here Sunday, so we look forward to seeing as many of you as possible. And be safe and have a good time.